He not only likes good music, he's got some great ideas. Okay, did you notice on the Twitter feed here, the Steely-Doo, we got some comments. One that seems to be from trustee Rob Davis. Where's Rob? Rob? Rob's not in the room. Okay, but Rob certainly seemed to have something to say, which was that 200 people in the room and no mayoral candidates. Is that true? No, it's not true. Okay, there's one, two, and I did see Dave Meslin in the room. We might have to put him forward at some point. Yeah, there's mayoral material in here, Robbie baby. Just get down here. Check it out. Contest isn't over yet. Okay, my next guest, Jamie. A man on the eve of the Olympics, a man so Canadian when asked, snowboarding or skiing, he said skating.
To be fair, I couldn't hear. So my name is Jamie Kirkpatrick, and I'm a tea campaigner. So Earl Grey, or no. Tea is actually the Toronto Environmental Alliance. We've been around for 22 years. We've been working with local people on local issues, fighting for environmental progress in Toronto. Started back in 1988 with a bunch of people who were tired of their families being polluted and dealing with toxins. So here we are today, and just yesterday there was a bit of a scandal, but before that we announced 6 environmental priorities for Toronto. Ourselves and 12 other environmental groups endorsed a way forward that we want to see all the mayoral candidates agree. There's going to be a lot of things we don't agree on, but we should agree that transit and all these other issues are important. So the first one is transit, everyone's favorite whipping boy right now. Riders pay 70% of the operating fee of transit. It's the highest rate in North America. We need a muddy train coming from Queen's Park in Ottawa to fix this problem. We've seen money come for capital projects, we've seen ribbon-cutting ceremonies, but no one wants to pay to make the system run. So it's on the backs of riders right now, and we need to speak up. And so what we're saying is our first priority is to see Transit City built and properly funded. And we want all candidates to agree to this message. Thank you very much. All right, now, our second priority is to get the City of Toronto to achieve its 70% waste diversion target, and we're saying by 2012. They're supposed to be done by 2010, but the problem is we didn't roll out green bins in apartments, and that's where half of us live. So there's no way we're going to get to 70% without including all of Toronto, and including those that live not in green bins, who live in apartment buildings. So we're about halfway there, and with green bins in every apartment and a few other measures, we know we can get to that 70% target, so we want Toronto's next mayor to do that for us. Here we are, number 3, buy and support locally produced green products. We should be having solar panels and windmills put up all over this city, built here by unionized workers. We want good green jobs for all in Toronto, and we want to make sure that our next mayor and council recognizes this by putting a priority on local procurement, local purchasing, local building of these materials. We can do this. We have the power. We have people ready to do the work. We just need to empower them to do it.
Buy Toronto.
That's right, buy Toronto. And another idea that we've heard Yvonne talk about, so I won't go into this too much, is really build infrastructure that people can use who don't just drive cars. We bike in the city, we walk. Those are good modes of transportation for the environment. And we need a mayor who recognizes that and isn't afraid to say bike lanes are okay. Yeah. Next priority, number 5, is finally stop talking about sustainable energy and start building and implementing it. This means working with the utilities we have, Enbridge, Enwave, and publicly owned Toronto Hydro, and make sure that we have more of these showing up in Toronto. We need to see Toronto become a green energy leader, and to do it, again, buying local, working in Toronto, we can do it. And I'd like to say number 6, before it shows up, is to, there we go, provide the tools to prevent pollution. Our neighbors are Toronto businesses who work in our communities, but they may have a problem with pollution. So we want to see the city help them out with this. There's 25 priority pollutants that the city's now asking small businesses to report on. We need to give them the tools to make sure that they can prevent pollution, stay in our neighborhoods, and work well. So community right to know bylaw passed, and we want to see people like Liz Hill be able to go outside and let her kids play in the backyard and not have horrible fumes keeping her indoors. So we want to work with our local business to make sure that we prevent pollution. T's next steps, we're going to be interviewing mayoralty candidates. Maybe we'll talk to some tonight, and make sure that you guys understand that these priorities are priorities for Torontonians. We want to see Toronto continue to be a green leader in North America. We don't want to regress. And great image here. Michael, hey, thank you for the presentation. The many can overcome the few. Please support these initiatives. Go to torontoenvironment.org/vote-to. Sign up, endorse these priorities, and ask your candidates at the door if they support the 6 environmental priorities for Toronto.